But if you are here for reflection, if you are here because you want to introspect, if you are here because you want to drive change in the environment that's in your control, I'm your man. My making sense?
Yeah.
Right. So let's start. On the 29th of May, there's something big happening.
Hello.
What is it?
Election.
Election, right? Big thing. Only thing I want to ask, those of you who are managers, the people will see you on social media that you attended this thing. On Sunday, when they think about going to work under your leadership, what goes through their mind? Your partner, who you left behind, when you go back, then as you go to that branch longer, what is in their mind? Because our speakers told us, we like the flashy things. We have to vote or not vote, that's fine, your decision. Once in 5 years. What is the vote in your house?
No.
What is your vote in your business? If people had the right to vote, your children, would they vote for you?
Hey.
Your partner, would they vote for you? The school where you study, have they seen you since you left? Again, if it's for the case of the lockdown, but if you're here to reflect and help us change the country, don't only look there. That's the 20%. The 80% is what is in your control.
Yeah.
In your school, in your church, in your relationship. Wherever you have a sphere of influence, do something. So, if I've missed the plot, at least I told you what is I want to talk about. Then you can either zoom off or be engaged. Am I making sense? Are you happy for me to proceed?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, I wanted to have this conversation because I work in corporate. I've worked in the public sector. I've been in the non-NGO community. And I found that none of the philosophies there suited me. I could not relate to the style of leadership that everybody was espousing. I could not relate to the leadership philosophy espoused by the universities, which is that of a hero leader who comes in, makes a magic wand, everything changes, and they go away in sunset. I could not relate to that. That was not how I worked out. So as I was grappling to find a model that relates to me, I remember that at 18 years old, I'd been expelled from school. I was in and out of jail. I was in and out of court. I was trying to leave the country. I was part of a group of very angry young people who wanted to bring apartheid down and make the country a government. But my father, my teacher, my priest, and my sport coaches never gave up. They invested in me to make me what I am today. And I thought, what makes these people do that? Because nobody knew they were doing that. There's no fame, there's no fortune. And I want you to just think about your teachers, your priest, your school principal, wherever you come from. When you go back and they see you, their face lights up. Because their calling was to produce people like you.
Yeah.
They may never reach the level you reached economically. They don't drive the cars you drive. But their face lights up because their calling was to produce people like you. So I then decided that my model of leadership was to produce others. Am I making sense? Mm-hmm. In the eyes of Walter Emerson, it says, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there's no path and leave a trail. That was the context of Blazing a trade. It was not the shiny stuff. It is about, in my area of responsibility. When I'm asked at the end of my life, what did you do? Can I say I helped produce others? When I was sitting there, I saw the caliber of leaders that we get, from nomad, speaker, to the panelists. And it reinforced this thing that I've been saying, that I cover in the book that says, our true leaders are hidden in plain sight. They are hidden in plain sight because we don't see them, because our lens is clouded. We're looking at the wrong thing. We're looking at the people with positions of power. You're not looking at the people who are needy. Yeah. When I saw those ladies here, I was like, yes, we have leaders. When people say to me, what do you think about this country? I responded, because I spend my time with young leaders. I spend my time with women leaders. I spend my time with entrepreneurs. And what I find is an energy and a drive that makes this country work in spite of those who are meant to lead it. Leadership is a choice. And if you decide to lead, you are able to bring about change. So that's why I want to talk to you about leadership. Some of you are in corporate roles. Some of you are entrepreneurs. Some of you are with a side hustle. Whatever you do has to do with people. If you don't do the people thing, they are saying what's up. I see so many people, they work so hard, they're entrepreneurs, but the business goes nowhere. They go to 50 seminars, business goes nowhere. They forgot that small thing they gonna call their people. They don't treat their people well. And then the customers walk, I'm going to another seminar. Why are you going to the seminar? Listen to the people, talk to them, engage them, inspire them, make them have a dream. But we are too important to take our people with us. So, when I hear people talk about the corporate world or the entrepreneurial world, what I hear is harsh, it's cruel, it's ruthless, all in the pursuit of those elusive results. I say, why am I in that same place for 30 years and I resist to evil? Don't say you cannot get results until or unless you destroy others. I say, I can. I choose a different path. It's your choice. Because we say you can't get results until or unless you're brutal. Until and unless you destroy others. But society and employees are crying out for a more caring, tolerant, and better-based working environment. That working environment will not clean itself. Created by us. I hear sometimes you say, corporate South Africa. Who is corporate South Africa? It's sitting here. Everybody knows how they should be treated by these ones, but they forget how they treat this one. How? If you lead in a humane, humble, fair, engaging, and uplifting manner, that's your choice. I hope in this path, you can get everlasting results without destroying others in the process. It's a choice. Holding people accountable doesn't mean you're brutal. Holding them accountable without destroying their self-esteem. So, we have this thing of drama. I go to shops and you share the best or on social media. They are not for their heart. But they take the same toxicity into the workplace. The way they shout, the way they talk to people. You're like, oh. What's worse now? Because we've got this hybrid or this work from home, we bring that toxic thing workplace, into the homes of people. The children are listening to you ridiculing their mother or their father, belittling them because you have the power to do so. Where's our humanity? When you've done that, what joy do you get that you're known as that person who's the destroyer of others? Where do you get that? So managing our emotions, our body language, and tone and mood, even under the most stressful times, is a sign of leadership. It's in difficult and painful times that our true colors are revealed. Not what we post on social media, how people experience us all the time. My teams would say, hey, we need to have a family day for our team. Like, are you ready? Then what do you mean? Like, remember, the person that most staff will talk about when they get home is the person who's their boss. If your name features prominently every day with negative vibes, then there's a family day. How this is my boss and the child says, oh, mom, is that right? What do people say about you? What conversations are taking place about you? I'm not saying we should be perfect. And my God, should we be this constant in all conversations at homes because we've destroyed others? So, I ask of you, particularly those of you who are entrepreneurs, treat your employees exactly how you want them to treat at best. If you're not humble enough to make your people part of your journey, understand that you will not be particularly in anything that is with customers. Because you don't deal with customers all the time. Your employees do. So, those leaders who don't listen will eventually be surrounded by people who have absolutely nothing to say. Wow. Feedback is fundamental for us as leaders. To hear how our people think about the organization, about us, where we're going, and all of that. We mustn't be like one of the presidents from one of the countries that no one mentioned because I'm going to the country. They say to you, Mr. President, Your Excellency said, it's been more than 27 years. When are you finally going to say goodbye to the people? He says, why? Where are the people going? So there was a slight feedback problem. As leaders, we cannot be heroes. Heroes are one of the most ugliest animals on this continent. They have their biggest mouth and the smallest heads. Are you a hero? Because working with people is about safety. It's about filling the house, reading the room. It's about saying, pass up the volume. But don't do that when the volume is on top. Because you're not listening. Then the volume is on top. But when you're listening, I'm still no context, no tone, no understanding, just a volume. And just have spoken. Those of you who got kids, how does pumping up the volume do for you? How is it going? Because there's context. There's context. Because if all you do is the high volume, then they tune down, they tune off. They already know you're going to speak. It's a sermon. Like when I was starting my relationship and starting marriage, I did something wrong, I knew there was a sermon coming from my wife. And all of it had words that started with I. Irresponsible, immature, inconsiderate, I knew those words were coming. So I told my ear to listen to the sermon when it's over. So you want to know how to play with your body. Right? So let respect people without first knowing who they are. So the position respect people. We come from communities that gain respect. But when we walk into corporate doors, we show the worst disrespect. We want people to know who we are. People call us by names. I keep on saying, my name is Lincoln or Lincoln, depending on which school you went. I'm not CEO, I'm not CEO, you're a CEO. No. Because if I'm fired by the Saka, and I'm walking the streets of Zobe, what will you call me? And everyone who has to work with me knows me by my name, I try to know them by their name, not their positions and titles.
Yeah.
There are people I've worked with for years, even today they don't know what my title is. They just don't be called. Oh, look like this. Oh, no, look exactly. Because I'm not defined by the title. The title of their body. So, if you are not growing people, you are missing on the biggest calling of what leaders. Growing and developing your people is a fundamental calling.
Sure.
It is selfish for you to want to be developed, but you shall not develop people. Develop the people you have so that they can reach the highest they can. You know, in many ways, leaders are not too dissimilar to parents. When your people have done well, celebrate publicly and genuinely. When they've done something wrong, reprimand. Not this thing, you know, I hate this thing when people coming late. The people who are there in all the time are like, what is this about? Because I'm here. You're not going to the person and having a conversation that says, late coming affects customers and affects other employees, but you want to broadcast. Your display, keep it in your pocket. But are you effective? No. Address the problem. So, what I like to do is to lead people the same way I lead volunteers. I think volunteers can lead you anything. Volunteers can lead you anything. So if you don't lead as if you are leading volunteers, you are depending on the structure, the command, the pay, the whatever. So galvanizing your people to be like volunteers allows you to lead without the title or the position. Our job as leaders is to show light to the achievements of our people. How many times do you hear somebody junior's name being mentioned in the C-suite when something has gone wrong? How is a junior person's name mentioned in a C-suite? But you are the head of the division.
Yeah.
When things go wrong, take a look. When things are going well, give credit to the team.
Yeah.
The people are not foolish. If they know you are eating for yourself, why should they pay? So, it's been probably 25 years, if not 30 years, of this conversation I've been having. And we were talking about earlier. During apartheid, there were white people that decided not to die. They decided that we shall oppose racism in all its forms. That's why when our constitution was written, or when the Freedom Charter was adopted in 1955, it says South Africa belongs to all human. A non-racial society was influenced by those Democrats who stood up and said, I carry Joseph, not in my name. The same thing goes for men. Unless men can say not in my name, the challenge we have when it comes to gender will persist. I cannot be a woman, but I can choose to be a gender activist. It's a choice I make. Not because others approve, it's because what my conscience tells me. So if you're lead as a man and you cannot join with women in your team, you've lost half of your team. What do I mean by this? You all have companies, or you work in companies. Can you go find for me in the HR manual of your company where does it give you guidance to lead a woman who's in an abusive relationship? To lead a woman who's having post-natal depression? To lead a woman who's been through a sexual violation? To lead a woman who's raising a child with disabilities? These are the daily things that women are dealing with. That cannot be outsourced to HR. It needs you as a leader to understand and journey with those people through that. Only way to do it is to learn, to listen, to empathize, to understand. And I give credit to an incredible range of women that have worked with me over 35 years, that have taught me so much. Because from them, I learned. Like today, I learned an amazing thing. But if you are not in those conversations as a man, how will you learn? If all you meet and you talk with your buddies only. But when it comes to leading, I'm not going to lead a group. The majority are women. I have no dialogue with women. This is our challenge as men. We are the scourge of GBV in this country. Our job as men is to be the kind of men and boys with whom all women and girls can feel safe in all aspects of their lives. Are my nieces safe when they're with me? Are my employees safe when they're with me? Are my friends safe when they're with me? Are they feeling comfortable to be with me? Or they have to count twice, either because of my language, or I've got itchy fingers, or I've got eyes that undress them, or I've got words that demean them. These are the responsibilities we have. And if we're not calling it out, who will? If it's only women speaking about TVP and we as men don't speak about TVP, we're not talent. It also means that we have to build the next generation of men and boys who will remove the fear of women across the country. So many women have not felt the true freedom in this country. Can't walk where they want to walk, can't laugh where they want to laugh, can't prosper the way they want to prosper. We have to call it for what it is and play our part. Does that mean sometimes they will be disadvantaged? Of course. How many WhatsApp groups you will not belong to? But I will stand with truth, regardless of how others feel. This is our challenge. And I commend the men who are this way. Because you've chosen to hear. You've chosen to listen. You've chosen to journey. Some of the conversation I had earlier was how supportive men can be. You know, I wrote this thing some time back. I was talking about my wife. And I was saying, whenever she's in the limelight, I've learned to be in the background. When she speaks, I've learned to be silent and to listen. When she's down and frustrated, I've learned to be supportive. And whenever she has dreams or ambitions, I've learned to share in those dreams. Whenever she has felt wrong, I've learned to apologize and make up. Those who are in relations with you, make up thing. Whenever she gets upset, I've learned to disappear. So, building our families is important. Before we say we'll vote for that party, are we bringing up a family? Are we present as fathers? Are we engaging with our children? I have raised 2 young girls. He's 34, another 22. How am I raising them? I have a son of 18. How am I raising him? These are the questions I have to contend with. So as I try and wrap up, I want to embark on a conversation with you, my sisters. The first one is, those of you who have kids, you're raising girls. Are you raising your daughter in such a way that they don't have to worry about being married? Because instead of saving money for a wedding day, I'm sure you will be spending well on education, most importantly, instead of preparing her for marriage, prepare her for herself. Teach her self-love and confidence. My daughter, I teach them to be assertive, to be independent, to be vocal. But I also say, mind the context, mind the tone, mind the environment.
Now, I need to tell you about the power of social media. If used positively to impact, you end up attracting the right caliber of people aligned to your vision. This gentleman found me on social media, interacted with me quietly so on social media, right? He saw my son swimming. I think I post those his colors and etc. And he called me to say to me, I would like to sponsor your child as a black child that is coming from disadvantaged backgrounds and is excelling in swimming. I would like to sponsor him for this year. This is the CEO. He's unfortunately not here to attend to a family event in the Eastern Cape of Vantage Advice. I said to him, can we hold on that? I feel, and I was honest, I feel I'm in a position where I can support him, right? And I feel that there are people that need it more than he does, right? Can you please have this sponsorship until I find another leader who is coming from really disadvantaged backgrounds that is unable to, carry their talent, and then I will give you a call. Months passed by, and then I contacted him. I said, now there is an alignment. I understand your company is aligned with women empowerment, it's got its own foundation. I've got this thing coming up, and he said, don't ask me twice. I will do it, and he did it immediately. He said, this is what I need, this is what you're gonna get. He said, I don't need to get anything, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. I just thought it's important that I shared this story. So this is what they do. They're also a small medium enterprise. They are an accounting and tax company. They raise funds, business advisory, internal audit, enterprise and supply development. You can get them on www.vantageadvisory.co.za. Can we give this sponsor ever? The power of social media, Hetty. The power of used correctly and positioned correctly.